What's good, guys? Welcome back to Golf and Gospel Podcast. It's me, Geremy and Nate, former NFL player, and obviously your PT's favorite PT. They steal ideas from this PT, former college golfer, Nate Wong. Nate Wong just beat me today by 5 strokes at X Golf Course. Well, X Golf, the indoor facility, man. He can't put on there, but I can't hit irons on there, bro. Nate always figures out a way to win, which is just crazy.
It's not real golf.
It's not real golf. It's not. I mean, granted, Nate will still beat me in real golf. But
dude, the chipping and putting in that darn simulator is so hard for me to figure out. So
yeah, it is pretty tough. I mean, I got chipping and putting figured out, but I feel like it's realistic to my game as opposed outside of like me hitting a lot of these fat shots on the with my irons and stuff, because I hit my wedges good there, but I just don't hit my irons good there. But all this to say, guys, if you're in Scottsdale, go check out X Golf. It's a really dope facility. It's like a lounge, indoor golf simulator type thing. It's amazing. It looks great there, man. But we're pretty much headed into the golf off season. I mean, you got the LPGA still going to November, but no PGA, no LIV Golf, TGL. Technically, off season is about to come up in December. Epson Tour right now is currently entering the off season, but they're in a playoff right now. We'll keep you guys up to date for those who respect women's golf like me and Nate do. We'll keep you up to date on that outcome with the Epson Tour at Indian Wells. And I'll also stay on the lookout for the Epson Tour Content Creator Showdown that I hosted with them that will be coming out sometime in November. Very grateful for the Epson Tour. I've said this on my story. They don't judge me for metrics or popularity. They just see my passion for what I do in the golf space and how I support women's golf. So very excited for that content creator showdown to come out with the Epson Tour. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I just want to start off here with the LPGA as we typically do. Nate, again, no repeated winner, dog.
Someone take control.
No one wants to take control, man. I mean, Nelly, she hasn't won this year. I mean, she finished with 4th. She was close, but yet.
I think that's her best finish, though.
Did she get second in one of the majors, I thought?
No, she was hanging in there. Was it the U.S. Open, I think?
She was open, and then, that's one of her best.
And then, but I think she ended up getting like. She was a few strokes off. I forget what place she might have been like 4th, but she was a few strokes off. Whereas this I feel like she was 3 strokes off.
Yeah, because I believe obviously the winner, guys, is forgive me for butchering her name. It's Yuming Haiwing. She won with 17 under at the Iwa Beach in Hawaii. I believe it was pretty close. I believe she only won by 1 stroke. However, she buried the 5 of the last 6 holes, which projected her to victory. But I think Nelly probably was down by like 1 or 2 strokes. It was really close up there at the top of the leaderboards. But another new winner in the winner's circle in the LPGA, man. But we are waiting for someone just to kind of like take over and show that I'm boss of the LPGA. But no one can seem to do that.
Charlie Hole was up there.
Charlie Hole was up there. Yep.
The Iway twins are up there. I do feel like if Nelly wins, it'll be like the same emotion as like Marvin Harrison catching that touchdown pass. Is like, finally I did it again. So I feel like playing well though, good scoring average all year, but just the expectation of her winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it would be a huge monkey off her back if she got it.
Absolutely, man, and especially coming off last year she had 7 wins. Obviously, Rolex Player of the Year in the LPGA, man. It's just we're waiting to see her get back to just in the winner's circle. We're not even asking you to dominate as much as you did. That's a bit of an outlier year. You don't really see a lot of people having type of years like that.
That's true.
But being winless like right now, where the season's almost come to the end in November, it's like, is she going to grab one? Which is good because we see that there is no trend of repeated winners. So the door is still open for Nelly. It's hard for me to imagine her going winless the whole season.
That is a good way to look at it. Like, hey, since there is no repeated winners, it's not like this guy that you can't touch like Scottie, where it's like, we're playing for second, because it seems like the door is always open. Like, anybody could win. This could be your week. Whereas when Scottie, Fleetwood, and Rory show up, you're like, we're playing for 4th.
It's between those 3 most likely. Absolutely, man. But Nate, I do want to ask you this question, man. Now, Gino is indeed the number one golfer on tour. We've already established that. She's already established that. But with the no one again taking heed of the tour, and Gino typically finishes like within the top five if she doesn't win. Do you think it's fair to give her Rolex Player of the Year right now, or do you think there's plenty of season left when someone else can take heed of it? Because there's only one person that's kind of close to her, and that's Minjee Lee, who's probably about 400 to 500, 600 points behind in CME points.
That's a good question because, like, even though Gino has won this year, it wasn't a major, and I feel like it just means so much more. So if it was a major, so like, it's tough. Like, but again, like, it's not like the other major champions have done particularly well in any other events.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
you can make that knock against them, like, yo, why didn't you guys show up the rest of the year? So, I mean, I do think Minjee Lee has been close. She was close at another major. I think it was the Evian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done deal, but it's a comfortable lead, let's say.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like a blowout game is over right now in the third quarter, but it's like she's got a comfortable lead.
Yeah, she's pretty much in 4 minutes offense where she can control the ball, keep the ball on the floor, and if she finishes with the ball in her hand, she will come out victorious as the Rolex, LPGA Golfer of the Year, man. I mean, I've been pretty Malsego biased all year. Her game is, I'm not going to say falling off, but it's not as dominant as it was towards the beginning of the season. So not really seeing much of a threat from Mal. I do think Minjee Lee does have the capability of closing this gap. I mean, if either one of them win, that should project them, above the other. Granted, it could be different if, like, okay, let's say Minjee wins, but Gino gets second. Then it's just probably a closer race. Maybe Minjee might close the gap there. But like I said, with no one just I don't want to say taking over per se, but like just, man, like no two-time winner this year, man. And Gino just being consistently like top 10 at worst throughout the year when it comes to tournaments. I almost say give it to her. I don't really know if I see anybody like taking that spot. I mean, I guess, granted, I would say Minjee's the closest one, but I'm not really afraid of Nelly. I'm not really afraid of Charlie Hole. Not sure if I'm afraid. And these rookies have been so dominant on tour this year, but not sure if I'm afraid of them either. Love Grace Kim and what she got to do. Obviously, when she won her major, beating Gino, but she hasn't really done much, either. And guys, this is not to knock these women at all. We're just talking about strictly from playing golf. I think, like you said, I think Gino's in a comfortable league. She can play 4-minute offense, and I'm under assumption she does want to win the CME championships out in November, but I think she can comfortably say like she's probably going to be the LPGA Rolex Player of the Year.
Yeah. It's not quite like, hey, it's time to just kneel the ball, but
you're not kneeling. Yeah.
I don't think Minjee Lee, did she play this event?
Nah, I don't think Minjee played. Gino didn't play either. I mean, Nelly played. Charlie played. Yeah. So those are some of your top names you saw playing this week in Hawaii. But you didn't see a lot of the other, top. I mean, Iowa Twins played too, but you didn't see a lot of the other, more common names in the LPGA really playing this week.
Yeah, I just don't think they need the points. I don't know.
But
and it's like the other thing too is like it's not a major, so like if Minjee really wanted to like get ahead points wise, because like a regular season event won't get you that many points, whereas like a major can really have you leapfrog someone. So there's just not a huge incentive for her to go chase it with the Lot champion. Is it Lot Classic?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. But I do want to move over to the Epson Tour, man. The 2025, again, championships at Indian Wells is happening right now. That course was beyond pure when I played it. That's right now as we're looking live. I mean, right now they're going into their third playoff. It's Sophia Schubert and Annie Chen. Currently looking at the update as I refresh the page here. They are still in that playoff playing a par 5 right now, so we will update you guys who care about women's golf on regards to what's going on, man. But it's been awesome. I mean, after this tournament, The top 15 will be settled, and top 15 will secure their LPGA card going into the LPGA season. I mean, currently right now you got people like Riley Smythe, Letitia Beck. I hope I said that correct. I know Bruce tried to correct me in saying that name. The homie Haley Cooper, she's already grabbed her LPGA card. Minji Kane got her card, as well as the person who's in the playoff currently, Sophie Schubert. So congrats to these ladies, man. They're going to be playing on the big stage next year. But again, there are going to be more people as the tournament comes to an end. So again, we'll keep you guys updated as that continues to progress. But let's go over to the PGA Tour, man. So Dan Rappaport brought up, I don't know if he was trolling, I don't know if he needed the clicks, but I would love to hear your thoughts, man. He brought up an interesting thing about the golfer of the year, how he says you can make a good argument, or that it should be Rory McIlroy. Now, let's look at this year. Currently, Rory McIlroy has done in golf in its entirety. PGA won at Pebble Beach, elevated event. He won the Players, pretty much the 5th major he won the Masters, completed the career Grand Slam. He won the Irish Open, however, that's on the DP, and he won the Ryder Cup this year as well, even though it is a team event. Does this resume technically take away from what Scottie did this week to make Rory McIlroy the Player of the Year?
Dude, that is tough, because I like the analogy that the guy on the Dan Rappaport show said was all like, would you rather have 100 pennies or $1, like a dollar bill, you know? And he's absolutely right. Rory has like a bunch of dollar bills, whereas Scottie has a bunch of pennies. Granted, like, I don't know, it's hard to see that because Scottie won at Valhalla, and what was the other major he won? It wasn't the
PGA
Open.
Championship, and he won the Open.
And he won the Open. Yeah. So like, those are big. Those are dollar bills, you know. So get out of here with that. But but at the same time, like Brandel Trombley, he would always say like, yo, when Rory won the Players, that's pretty much a major, let's say. So for all intents and purposes, Rory has had 2 majors, and then wait, so Scottie, what else has he won besides the one in Texas with the
Byron Nelson?
So he won the Brian Nelson and then the 2 majors. Was that it?
He won the Memorial, which is elevated event, 2.
So 4. So Rory has 4 as well.
Well, so here's my pushback.
But the Scottish Open is like pretty much a tour event, though. You know.
Well, the Irish Open is a DP event. And I don't think there's a golfer of the year where we use every, golf entity out there, right? I think it's strictly PGA. So as they're saying,
did he win because Rory won the week before the Open. He won the Scottish.
No, that was what's the homie name?
Goddard?
Chris Goddard won that.
Oh shoot,
and
that's
then
right.
The
that
Open,
was a playoff.
And then the Open. No, he just beat Scottie. Chris Goddard just beat Roy in the group in regulation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
my bad, everybody.
But Scottie did. I mean, Roy did play well. He did play well.
Yeah. But, I feel like that helps his case.
That does. But if we say that, I mean, shoot, Scottie has 17 top 10s. So if we think that Rory just finishing in the top 5 at his home course, technically, the week before the Open, it's just like, well, if we want to just talk about placings throughout the year, Scottie's worst finish was the T25 at the Waste Management. Outside, he's top 10.
I don't know.
And then Scottie snuck in and won the Pro Tour.
And then he won the Pro Tour, against Ben Griffin.
Yeah.
And he won a playoff tournament. Was it BMW?
And then he beat Robin McIntyre.
Yeah, the second.
Not in the playoff. I think he just beat him straight up. He just came back and climbed because he made that chip in at 17.
No, I meant like FedEx Cup playoff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a FedEx Cup playoff event. Yeah, it wasn't in a playoff. That was the BMW, right?
That was the BMW. Yep, beat Robin McIntyre.
I don't know.
17, which was crazy, and then Robert McIntyre just couldn't do anything from there.
Yo, now that I think about it, though, I think that was just clickbait. So, get out of here, man. Get out of here with that. Bro. Get out of here with that crap, dude. Scottie's unanimous.
Yeah. So, because my whole thing too, bro. I mean, I won't say unanimous, but the percentages are super high because all the Roy's win are elevated events, or signature events, or majors, and so that's very, very impressive. However, it's like I don't believe that golf does uh, like I said, the entirety of all of golf. I think it's just PGA.
I think
So
it
when
should
they,
just be PGA. Yeah.
I think it is. So for them to say like, oh, Irish Open and the Ryder Cup's not even a PGA event. So like you can't even like count that. Like
Yeah, it's
it's
PGA of
good.
America. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, those are two different things where people might not understand.
Yeah, the tour versus a PGA of
PGA of
America.
America.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So yes, from a golf standpoint in its entirety, you could use our argument, but when we talk about just PGA Player of the Year, it's Scottie. All of his victories have come on the PGA. It does suck that our last impression of Scottie is the Ryder Cup, but that is excluded from the PGA. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
a good
So
point. That's like I'm trying to think about like someone who won like NFL MVP and like their last game they stunk. And like the best thing I think about was when Carson Palmer got second to Cam Newton and like his last game just like pick got hurt. Or
yeah.
I don't think he threw two picks, but he just played poorly and then he got hurt and then like we went in and like the Cardinals got blown out by the Panthers and then
Yes, I
and then
remember
it
that.
was all like all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Um but yeah, it's kind of like Scottie left a bad taste in our mouth. But with that being said, like how poorly Scottie played at the Ryder Cup, he did face the guy we're talking about head to
right.
head
Yeah,
on Sunday, and he beat him straight up by
he
one.
did beat him. But I think for me, if I'm going to say that is excluded for Rory, I'm going to say it's also excluded for Scottie. That can't be in their voting process per se. Even though people might still make that part of that voting process for a golf of the year. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying like if I say like, oh well, I gotta exclude Roy Ryder Cup standings from him getting a vote for the PGA Tour, I also gotta exclude it for Scottie, even though he beat Rory in that same manner.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also kind of tough too because isn't the PGA Championship also like PGA of America's event?
It
Um,
is an event, but however, it's
it's
a
like
major.
combined.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's
major
like
though.
combined
Yeah,
for the
so
with the
it's
tour.
not excluded. Yeah, it's not excluded.
Yeah, I guess like Ryder Cup is technically DP and PGA of America.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah. Yeah,
exactly,
so I guess
exactly.
like the PGA Championship is PGA of America and the PGA Tour
Yeah, yeah,
hosting this event.
yes.
Yeah, but it's dude, yeah, it's a get out of here with that because it's also like part of golf and part of the PGA is how well can you do the whole season. Like we
Yes.
talked about in several episodes where it's like, hey, can you sustain really good golf throughout the entirety of the season? And there were times where Rory was like, dude, were you about to miss this cut? Like,
I know.
and
Did he
then
miss?
where Scott,
Was it RBC Canadian he missed?
yeah, he missed a
Yeah,
cut because
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like
It was.
his
Yeah.
driver, he got
It
like the
was the week after
non-conforming,
non-conforming.
and
Yeah,
then he like missed the cut, and then it was like, dude, but like Scotty was not even close to missing any cut. Like if he showed up, he was making that cut and finishing in the freaking top 25.
yeah. And like I said, he only had one top 25 finish, and everything else was in top 17 top tens. Is crazy.
17 top tens, dude.
It's so
That's
crazy, man. But the thing that Dan Rappaport said is, he said, "Do you value week to week consistency or just big career defining moments?" And that's kind of what separates them two. Scotty was consistent throughout the whole entire year, and then when Rory was on, it was like big career defining moments for him. I personally think it still should be Scotty, no question about it. But I think Dan was doing that for clickbait, bro.
but
He
that yeah
absolutely
that's not fair though because it's like I don't know like it's like no one would ever say Eli Manning is the greatest quarterback ever, but he had big career defining moments because he
for
beat
sure.
Tom Brady,
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, Scotty would have big career defining moments. It's just like right now, winning an extra major isn't a lot to prove for him, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So like that's the thing. Whereas like Rory, like he has this one major left, and like Scotty it's just the length of the career hasn't been. There's less like career define like adding another major is not anything right now for him.
Mhm.
But I guess he is like kind of rounding the bases for
Yeah,
getting the career Grand Slam. So that's like the only thing that it does is it adds like another checkbox, but it's not like, hey, if you do this, you're checking that final box, you're getting that last puzzle piece. Whereas for Rory, like he's already rounded all the bases because he's been in the PGA for forever.
For a long time.
And yeah, so like, you can't, dude, yeah, I don't know. It's that, yeah, it's far and away Scottie. Like, I honestly think it should be unanimous. It's like one of those things that's like, like Heisman voting, stuff like that. Like, I don't know if the PGA Player of the Year, there's like voting or anything like that, but it's like, if Scott, I think if Rory gets any votes, I think that's silly. I'm gonna go that. I'm almost gonna go that far. Like, Dan, sorry, but I'm gonna come back at you with if Rory gets one single vote over Scottie, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do agree. I do want to move over to this, man. I'm a big fan of this guy. Stewart Cink is eyeing the 2027 Ryder Cup captaincy. Do you believe that Stewart Cink, should get a fair opportunity to lead the Ryder Cup team going back over to Europe in 2027?
So I'm a little bit mixed with this because it's kind of like Europe has more of like the consistency with Luke Donald being it several times, and they have like consistent players. I wouldn't mind if Keegan ran it back. And I know, actually, I feel like that might get some hate because like people hated how Keegan captained this Ryder Cup. So, but I wouldn't mind if he ran it back because I think that's part of like coaching and stuff like that is like trusting your gut instead of just going off strict analytics.
Yeah.
And knowing the players beyond the stats, especially in golf, it's like, dude, the stats might say one thing, but that doesn't define like how good someone is actually at putting or how good someone actually is with their woods or their tee shots. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously numbers don't lie, but I just don't think the numbers when it comes to the PGA Tour tell the whole story, especially like, if you're going to take through it off a tee, or if you're going to take, or if you're trying to play it away from the pin because there's some strategy to like, hey, I don't want to hit it close to the water because the pin is tucked, so now your proximity looks bad, but you hit the shot you wanted to hit. Yeah. So I think Keegan was right to trust his gut. It just didn't pay out well, and everyone can say that everyone can criticize that decision because it's like hindsight is 2020, but
right.
So, but I also understand the other side where it's like, hey, we do need a change. Like that was such a crappy performance, and if you're a college coach or an NFL coach, and you see that, and you're the AD or the owner of the team, you're firing that coach. So I do see both sides of it. Like obviously, I'm not happy with how the United States performed. I was rooting for them.
Right.
And I think having someone who's a vet like Stewart Cink would be beneficial, especially because he can't play his way in. And I think having Keegan would have been very helpful.
Oh man,
being a player, right? Like you and I thought Morikawa should have been out. So,
I think you bring up a great point though. Like Keegan, do you prefer to go and be captain again, or do you want an opportunity to play again? Because obviously we see you're not going to do both if you play yourself into this position once again. So, in my answer in this, I'm very Stewart Cink biased. Very Stewart Cink biased. Now, let's say if they wanted to give it to Keegan again, I think he did some good things on Sunday that may have warranted him another opportunity. And I think he got his feet wet enough. He's like, okay, I know what not to do this time. Because I do think as of lately, as at least for me following golf as of lately, we have been like giving, in football terms, head coaches one opportunity and we cut the leash quick. As opposed to, like you said, Luke Donald has been consistent. I think he's 2-0 as a Ryder Cup captain. I believe like 4-0 as a player or somewhere around that. So Luke Donald's been dominating the Ryder Cup for as much as he's been a part of it. But man, I personally think it should be Stewart Cink. I mean, he was a 5-time player on the Ryder Cup team, 4-time in the President's Cup, and he was a vice captain in 2023, man. Now, if we're talking about oh, which one has a better personality for full swing? I mean, yeah, Keegan's probably a lot more exuberant and outgoing too, where it makes at least ratings go up for full swing. But I don't care about full swing, right? I want a guy that's going to help
I want
us.
to win.
I want to help a guy that's going to help us end this losing streak. That's been a part of many teams. Has been a captain before as a vice captain, because. And I think that's the right way to go. I mean, you see it kind of like in the NFL too. You see guys become position coaches, coordinators to a head coach. We jumped everything and just said Keegan be the head coach.
Yeah.
And it's like that. And like Stewart was a player, vice captain. Now it's time for you to be a head coach, man. And Stewart is a very influential guy too. I am biased. I love Stewart. Stewart's a good friend. But even if we just look at the resume standpoint, it makes sense to give this over to Stewart, and he's doing really good in the Champions Tour too. So he's still relatable as a player.
I will say, like, it is different because, like, Keegan, a lot of his lessons are like, oh, I would have prepped the course differently.
Yeah.
He said that in interviews, and it's like, well, in 2027, you don't get to prep the course because you're not hosting.
Europe. Yeah.
So like that like coaching change, and then, hey, maybe Keegan comes back to being the captain again. I do think there is some continuity with Stewart Sink because he was the vice captain and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, you're absolutely right though. Hiring Keegan was kind of like Cliff Kingsbury got fired as the OC for USC and then is considered as the head coach for the Cardinals. You know, It's like, dude, he wasn't even a coordinator in the NFL,
right?
And is just considered for and then it's like, and then I remember Stephen A. Smith was like, this is one of the 32 best jobs in football.
Yeah.
And like he just got fired from a very, very lowly job compared to like being a head coach.
Right.
And he's considered for that. And I do think like the TV and the storyline considerations did play a big part of why the PGA of America has decided to pick Keegan, you know.
Yeah. But I didn't like that because Stewart went for it last year, and I believe like when he went in for his interview, he didn't even get like a call back or anything. It just went with Keegan.
Dude, they just did him like that, dude. It's great.
Yeah,
you know, they just skipped all these steps, and it's like, yeah, as much as I want viewership and to grow the game of golf, I want to freaking win more. I
am trying to win, man. So I know my vote means nothing, but pick Stewart Sink for Ryder Cup Captain, and that's again. And my thing is, like, if they were to pick Keegan, I wouldn't be upset because now, like, okay, he's been there before. It makes sense. I was more mad last year when they didn't give Stewart the opportunity and they picked Keegan. But, however, if you say, Jeremy, who you want to pick right now? Picking Stewart. No question. I'm not going to say anything about, like, well, Keegan did picking Stewart, bro. And I'm going to stay with that method, man. He was a player, vice captain. Now it's time for him to be a head coach. And hopefully he does well in Europe, and now he becomes, like, in the realm of like Luke Donald, like, oh, we don't have to think about who we pick in 2029. It's going to be Stewart again, we just ride it from there.
Dude,
like I said, Stewart's still playing on Champions Tour, and he's still relatable as a player.
Still got game,
He still got game, bro. But like, I think you made a great point. He doesn't have to worry about playing himself into the position.
Yeah, like we lost potentially could have been a valuable player.
Yes.
And it's, dude, well, hey, this is Golf and Gospel. We're starting a campaign. It's like a freaking like election, dude. It's like, I feel like we're like, Turning Point USA trying to endorse Trump. We're like, hey, we're gonna endorse Captain King, Golf and Gospel. Let's go.
Absolutely, guys. Hey, so we just got an update here. Epson Tour. Annie Chen won the Epson Tour Championship at Indian Wells. Good for her. Super happy for her. I mean, I am pretty cordial with Sophia Schubert, man. Really wish she would have pulled it off, but already secured her LPGA card, man. So she has some amazing things to look out for on the LPGA, man. But kind of like Novak said, when you get in a playoff in a tournament, the worst I can finish is second. I can make a 10. I can make a 10. I'm at least finish second. So shout out to Sophia Schubert for getting second again. Annie Chen, congrats on winning the Epson Tour Championship. Amazing victory, man. Like I said, that course was pure. Nothing like getting a championship victory under your belt. Next, I want to move on to LIV Golf. Man, $1.4 billion in the hole currently. Man, what are your thoughts in regards to the future of LIV Golf? Because I think me and you have talked about this through text or in person. Like, LIV has, like, so much money where like, does being in the hole really matter? Or is it like their pride is taking over? Like, man, well, I got unlimited money. I'm going to try to take down the PGA as long as it takes. Or do they need to cease its operations because they're losing money?
Well, I don't think they're trying to take down the PGA per se.
I think that was Greg Norman when he was in charge. His mindset. I think maybe right now they're just trying to be like another entity of golf, like how the DP World Tour, Asian Tour, and stuff is like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, dude, first off, I have no idea what the Saudi PIF money people are thinking when they started it. Like, do they actually want a return on investment? Or are they just like, we got money, who freaking cares, and we love golf. So I have no idea. I would assume, because, dude, everyone who's made money wants to grow their money. Like, even like the Mark Cubans of the world or the Kevin O'Learys, like the Shark Tanks, they're like, dude, they can easily invest in every company that walks in through Shark Tank, but they're like, nah, like, we want to make sure this is an investment. So I have no idea. Like, I wonder if we categorize it by year, like, because they started in 2023, I think.
2022, I believe, was the first
2022?
inaugural year. Yeah, because I think Rahm went there 2023 after he won the major. That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds right. So, like, 2022, and then, like, obviously they lost money that year. And then 2023 probably lost money again. And then, like, how is that trending? Because when I see coverage of it, I think it looks
good on
not
TV.
bad.
Yeah, it
looks
good.
Not bad, unless they're just giving away tickets,
Yeah.
So, dude, I don't know, $1.4 billion. Like, I mean, that's like nothing to how much money they actually have.
For sure.
That's like a Snickers bar for you and me,
Yeah. I agree, man. I'm and again, I'm on the outside with this, man. I enjoy watching LIV Golf. Not necessarily that like I have it like ready to play like the PGA, but if I'm scrolling and I see LIV Golf, I'm like, I'm about to watch this, bro, because I just like
100%.
watching. I just like watching good golf, man. I think they're good players on the LIV Tour. But
I like the opportunities. Like, I like that, like, Josio Ballas, the kid from ASU.
Yep.
And then
Caleb Surratt.
Caleb Surratt. Like, I like that these guys are getting opportunities to play professional golf. Like,
against good players.
It's stuff that I didn't have. Not that I would have made it. I'm just going to put that out there. But it's not stuff that I would have thought about or had when I was in college. And I'm like happy for the game of golf that exists. And I don't know, like when I watch like interviews with like Bubba Watson, or when I see like Fox Sports cover it and then they talk about it, like, so like Colin Cowherd and John Middlecoff, when they talk about it, I am very optimistic about how LIV's doing. So when you sent me that article about how LIV is 1.4 billion in the hole, and the fact that like guys might lose their DP World Tour status.
I know, bro. Yeah.
Like I feel like that might be kind of damning, because like then I think John Rahm wants to stay at DP World Tour because he wants to play Ryder Cups. And same with Hatton.
Yeah.
And
Sergio Garcia wanted to give it a shot.
Yeah, like Sergio, like I think that'll deter a lot of guys from trying to go that way. And like, granted, like on the American side, like only Bryson was the only guy from LIV, but it's like other guys are missing out on like their ability to represent the country and do all the fun things that come with the Ryder Cup, So
yeah, I think a lot of those American LIV guys do go and play on DP Tour. I think like Patrick Reed's been playing over there, Brooks Koepka's played over and stuff. I mean, I don't know if it's DP Tour. I mean, I would think it is. But they played on some other tour where they're just trying to build status for world rankings and stuff like that, or just trying to win it in general overall.
Yeah, stay sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, because they
it's like do tune-ups. Yeah,
because unfortunately PGA. Because I think at least for Tyrell Hatton winning earlier, and I think it was in Dubai in the beginning of the season, played huge dividends for him getting automatic qualification. Obviously, on top of him playing well in the majors, for getting automatic qualifications for the Ryder Cup. But if you take that away, I think LIV does nothing for you, unfortunately, in world rankings, and they've been trying to fight there for the longest. Yeah. But if you take away their DP status, man, it's almost like I don't know what the commissioner's relationship with DP and the PGA. I don't know if you're trying to force them to leave LIV so they can serve the suspension, get back on the PGA, and then LIV will have to cease. Because, again, like you said, John Rahm wants to play in the Ryder Cup. Tyrell Hatton wants to play in the Ryder Cup. Sergio Garcia is probably past this prime, but he wants the opportunity to play on Ryder Cups.
But I'm sure like Brooks and DJ want to play on Ryder Cup. I mean, on the American side.
I'm sure they want to, but their play doesn't show it. But like Bryson's play has been consistent where it's like, damn, if y'all shun him from everything and he only has LIV, it's like, man, are we really going to hinder Bryson DeChambeau from being on the team?
Yeah, dude. It's you know what? It's really weird when it comes to like this LIV golf stuff because it's like, depending on where you look, you think LIV is going to end tomorrow, and then the other place you look, you think LIV is going to be here forever, and they're going to buy the PGA and they're going to own the PGA. You know, so like, it's really tough to like figure out where it's actually going. Mm-hmm. Man, dude, if we can get someone on LIV like on this podcast, how cool would that be? Bubba, let's go.
Yeah, Bubba, man, something bad. Caleb Surratt, somebody, man.
Yeah, Bubba, what are you doing next weekend?
Seriously, man. I mean, nothing at this point. She's off season.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get, or Anthony Kim would be cool to get on too, man. He's been doing a lot of podcasts. But last thing I want to talk about, we kind of like speculated about this. We talked about it kind of like in passing. A few people have been relegated from LIV. You got Henrik Stenson, Andy Ogletree, Mito Pereira, which is just crazy. Euban Jang,
good.
Right, Anthony Kim and Frederick Katurup. All these guys finishing the drop zone. Are there any guys that you can see from any tour deciding to get a big payday and go to LIV?
Dude, but first off, what were the three names? The first three names you listed? Ogletree, he was really good.
Andy Ogletree, Mito Pereira, man, we know
Mito
about
was
him.
A good player.
Yep, and then Henrik Stenson.
And Henrik, those guys are like, they were like well-known players. And
yes.
Yeah, like they would be the equivalent of like a very formidable starter in the NFL, but on the PGA.
Yeah.
Dang, so they're getting relegated? That's crazy.
Yeah, and Anthony Kim, and a lot of them, they're trying to play in these other tours to get back their status. That's what Anthony Kim's doing. He's trying to earn his way back onto LIV to just be that number 50th.
I know, dude.
Excuse me.
If you're Henrik, do you want to go to Q school? Like, what do you do? You know?
No, you don't want to. Heck no.
I know, right? So, dude, that really sucks. And like Mito, he's young. Like he's.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
So here it goes right here. It says earning their way back. Players can get back into the league through events like the LIV Golf promotion events, by performing well on the Asian Tour, or sometimes through team business cases to retain a player they deem valuable off the course. So, for instance, I think last year Bubba Watson was in the drop zone, and he was a captain, but it's Bubba Watson. So that business case, allows Bubba to stay on. But situations like Mito Pereira, Anthony Kim, Euban Jang, they probably got to go play in these Asian tours and stuff like that to get their way back on the LIV Golf.
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, that's lucky for Bubba. But, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, so, Henrik is close to being Champions Tour. So, like, that's why, like, if I was him, I'd just be like, just chill, do some Asian Tour, make some money, and then go to the Champions Tour. If I was LIV, I would try to steal.
Yeah, he's 49. Yeah, good point. Yeah, 49. Yeah. April 5th is his birthday.
Yeah. So, but, like, dude, if I was LIV, I would try to steal, like, the most popular PGA Tour players I could. Like, don't even worry about how good they are. I would just, like...
Go get Minwoo Lee.
Like, go get Minwoo. Go get Max Homa.
Yeah.
See if you can buy Victor Hovland. Like, if I was LIV, I'd be like, Victor, just write a number on a paycheck. Yeah. I would just add... Victor can write any number. Max Homa can write any number.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves him. And then see if you can... like snag a Spieth, dude. How crazy would that be?
Oh, that would be crazy, man.
Like how?
Because then Spieth would still be able to attack the career Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. Yeah. Like how crazy would it be if they got Spieth or JT?
Yeah. That would.
Or Ricky. That's like if I was LIV.
Get a regressing star, like a Ricky.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did with freaking DJ, like DJ, no offense, don't come at me, DJ.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what they. Granted, DJ was playing really well, and him and John Rahm going back and forth at the BMW was really impressive. But it's like, part of me is like, I wonder if it's like, hey, when you're a little bit older and you've already proven yourself, like, do you really want to have these dog fights with young players, or do you just want like an easy kind of
Hmm.
secure payday, if you will?
Yeah.
So I wonder if like, yeah, like these dying stars on the PGA, and I don't want to call it, I shouldn't have
Yeah,
said
yeah,
that,
yeah. We know what you're saying.
but these
I
guys
just
that
said
are like kind
regressing,
of,
regressing.
yeah, these regressing household names. If I would go after them if I was the LIV. Like I wouldn't get like a bottom feeder guy. I wouldn't get like the guy that's ranked 100 or in FedEx Cup. You know,
Would you go
like
get a Joel Damon?
oh, like a Joel Damon. Yeah, like
Oh,
that would be great.
yeah, that would
That
be
would be great. That would be great for
crazy.
TV. But like you wouldn't want to get like a Kurt Kitayama, even though he's
No,
won.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
because
didn't win
like
this year. Towards the end of the year, he did.
yeah,
Yep.
or you don't want to get like a Max Grazerman. You know, like you want to get the guys that everybody loves, even if they're ranked poorly. Like Ricky, he's not ranked that high. Like just get
Joel
that
Damon's
guy.
not ranked that high. Joel
Yeah,
Damon
Joel
missed the cut
Damon.
this week.
Dude, oh yeah, dude. You didn't even mention the FedEx Fall Classic. When,
Yeah. Because who just won? Oh my blank. It's a rookie who won today. Uh,
really,
yeah. Steven. Is it Steven's name? Let me see. Fisk, I believe.
Stephen Fisk.
I might be saying his
I've seen that
name
name.
wrong. Yeah, I know his last name is Fisk, and I apologize so much for not knowing your name. Steven Fisk, I was right.
Oh, there you
Won
go. You
24.
knew his name.
Yeah, 24. Shot 24 under. Beat Garrick Hingo, who I think is a really good, solid golfer from, I believe, South Africa. Ramses
Oh,
Holgart finished T3. He's still playing well. I think he's probably a little bit upset that he wasn't really used as much in the Ryder Cup, even though they did win. I think he only played one day outside of the
mhm.
singles matches. But yeah, this I won't say disappointing. I mean, you got guys like Tom Kim finished T11th. You got Taylor Montgomery finished T6. Frankie Cappan with a T6.
Homa got 18th.
Homer got 18th. Man, I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, like
Because
he played. He had some good rounds.
yeah, it was inconsistent. Day 1, 67. Day 2, 72. Day 3, 64. Day 4, 72. So still
Cam
trying to.
Young, dude. Cam Young played in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cam Young has like PGA Tour stats and like Corn Ferry stats, I believe. I could. No, Cam Young. I'm thinking Cam Davis. Excuse me. Yeah. Uh, but yeah. Oh, Zach Johnson with a T29.
I know how
A lot
crazy is that.
lot of familiar names. I mean, Luke Clanton, T29, Trey Mullins, but like people who've missed the cut, like that we said would be really good for live if it ever happened. Like I said, Joel Damon would be a crazy name to see. Um, no, Max Summer did make. Oh, I'm thinking Cameron Champ. That's what I was thinking. Not Cam Davis. Cameron Champ.
Yeah, I'm almost
Matt,
thinking like even Camilo Villegas. Like he might be
I was thinking
a
Matthew
bit.
Pavon.
Oh yeah, Matt Pay like
Yeah.
that's dude. Like some of those. I mean, the part of me is like I would rather get the younger guy. No offense to
Mhm.
Camilo. I mean, Camilo plays like a young man, so like
Yeah.
he might as well go. But um, how old is Matt Pavin?
Let's see here.
Is it Pavin or Pavon?
I think it's Pavon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good, man. We'll see
But
who
or
corrects
like
the comments.
or like Harry Higgs because he's like
He
live
is.
kind of
Yeah, personality. Yeah.
personality. Yeah. Which I guess
Matthew
it goes.
Matthew Pavon's 32.
Oh, dude, I thought he was way older. No, sorry, bro.
32. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like if I was live, I would chase the name more than the player, and I think it would be easier to get someone who's more lowly ranked. Because it's like, dude, do you want to go against Scottie every freaking week, or do you want to just come play here and
That's
where
your
you can
selling.
actually,
That's your selling point pitch. Like, dog, aren't you tired of losing to Scotty? Just come over
yeah,
here
like
and lose to what's my guy name?
go Joaquin.
Go lose to Joaquin Neiman now.
No, but it's like, it's like that's literally what DJ said and Brooks said. It's like, dude, how do you beat someone who shoots 65 literally every round? Like you
On a
can't beat
bad day. On a bad
on a
day.
bad day. You can't beat that guy. And like, so it's like, yo, dude, and like, since you're losing to this guy, you're making less money. Why don't you just come over here, get
Get you a
second,
signed contract, and you still
get
get a
you
purse to play for.
and you get a purse to play for, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be a great selling point, yo. Yo, Liv,
Yeah.
call me up, man.
Yeah. I think if you, especially if you know your Ryder Cup chances for a player are starting
Kind of
to
gone.
bypass,
Yeah.
why not? Because like I think that's the only thing that's going to hinder people. Like, dang, I can't play in the Ryder Cup anymore. Like, dang, do I want to go to this league? So, because I remember earlier in one of our episodes, I said Wyndham Clark. Just from how he's acting and stuff like that, and all the tantrums, I feel like he just matches the live mantra or whatever that we stereotype them as. But I mean, at the end
That's
of
a
the day,
good point.
yeah, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we'll see what Live does. I mean, like you said, they could say we just love golf and we'll count this as a loss, but we're not running out of money. It's not like this investment was like a necessity to like gain
Yeah.
anything. They're still able to afford their players and still be able to host tournaments. I think the key thing is how you're going to recruit and get good players. That's the main thing. That's what attracts people. You know, you got to find a way to obviously keep Bryson. Got to figure out a way to keep John Rahm, Tyrell Hatton, and try to get another big name where it's attractive. Like I said,
Yeah.
one of those low names like a Joel Damon or Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, a regressing star, like,
Yeah,
or just get like the only problem with like Victor Hovland, and the reason why you couldn't pitch to him is that like I don't think he cares about the money. Like you can give him a blank paycheck and he wouldn't write a whole lot on there.
yeah,
At least like what I see from his interviews, you know. But
mm, yeah,
whereas like other guys might be like, no, if I like wish I had a little more money. If they have kids, like they might be like, yeah, I kind of want to make sure my
there was rumors last year of Tony Finau.
yo,
There
dude,
were rumors about Tony Finau.
dude,
It was
I
crazy too. I think if you, which we don't really care, maybe you do, but like, I think if you were to join Live, I think you would probably lose your spot on TGL. Now I don't know if people at TGL really care, but Tony
yeah,
Finau, I don't think he's on a TGL team, but he has signed like a couple like 1 day contracts to play there. So you'd probably lose out on that relationship with TGL if you were to do that as well.
dude, that if if Liv can get Tony Finau, like they immediately, because I feel like okay, I feel like the PGA tries to appear more moral than
Mm-hmm.
the Live or
Live, yeah,
than the Live because it's like you know they're the Saudis and their money is dirty or whatever, you know.
right.
So with that being said, I feel like if they could somehow manage to get Finau, who is one of the most like
Lovable, likable
moral, like
guys.
yeah, like people
Yeah,
think very highly of like
yeah,
how moral he is. It's like
hmm
him and Scottie, right? It's like,
yeah,
yo, if Finau goes over there, I mean,
yeah, yeah.
does the Live Tour have a moral high ground now?
Yeah, and I wonder if what we just talked about, I wonder if that's what hindered him from going last year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because like there's all the I mean, I'll say
Right,
allegations because we kind of know like
right.
the Saudi money is
hmm
from a lot of shady stuff, but
hmm Yeah,
because people ask like DJ like, yo, what do you know what their money stands for? Like what they've done with their money and stuff like
yeah,
that. And he's just like, yeah, I don't even know. I just want to play golf, you know.
yeah,
And I don't hate on a player for that.
yeah, yeah. That's hilarious to think about it from that standpoint. Not sure what the thoughts are behind that at all. I mean, but obviously we see the situation where Liv is down again, $1.4 billion. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, both on YouTube and on Spotify. But I know me and Nate, we're going to go watch Sunday Night Football, man. So we appreciate you guys watching this episode of Golf and Gospel Podcast. Again, like, subscribe, rate us on Spotify. Fill out the comments. Let us know your thoughts on, women's golf, Epson Tour, PGA, LIV Golf, and all these type of things. Ryder Cup implications for captaincy. Let us know, please, man. We appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.